On today's episode, I'm going to be featuring Sichuan food. And I'm going to feature two places specifically. One is China Star in Fairfax, a long-time beacon of Sichuan food, and the other Hong Kong Palace in Falls Church. And despite having Hong Kong in its name, it's long been known for its Sichuan food. So let's begin. The woman at the front desk was very patient with me as I was asking her questions and trying to decide what to order. And I narrowed it down to two fish dishes. One was the scallion fried fish, the other was the Sichuan chili fish. And I can't for the life of me remember which one it was now. It looks very kind of reddish orange, so it definitely has a spicy look to it. Wow, that's pretty tasty. So the fish is crispy and it's inflected with a spicy chili coating, and there's definitely cumin in there because I can taste the cumin. This is very delicious. The fish itself is very flaky, so it reminds me of that flaky white fish that you see in a lot of Chinese restaurants. So I'm guessing it's some sort of swai. That's the type of fish. It's a very neutral tasting fish that takes on the flavors of the surrounding sauces and spices. All right, for my next bite, I'm going to get some of the bell peppers and the onions and the cilantro. Whoa. So this dish is primarily dry, and the fish obviously is the star of the show, but the inclusion of those onions and bell peppers really makes this dish. It gives it a kind of a moistness that kind of pairs well with the dry fried fish. Definitely prepared excellently because the chili flavor and the cumin flavor is very balanced. You don't have one really outperforming and muscling out the other one. And it's spicy, but it's definitely not overly spicy. This is very, very, I was going to say subtle, but it's not subtle. It's definitely spicy, but it's not overwhelming, and it's not corrupting the flavor of the fish and just being overbearing. This is very deftly and skillfully done. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next item. It's a dish that was off menu. It was described to me as crispy chicken. The woman at the front counter, again, was very nice. And so she saw that I was kind of struggling with what to order. So she recommended this crispy chicken. She says it's not on the menu, but it's a new item. It might be smoked, I don't know, but it has a dark kind of amber appearance on the outside. Has a nice kind of soy roasted flavor to it. And the chicken, this is definitely not like your supermarket Purdue chicken. This might be some sort of free range chicken because it looks kind of skinny. It's a scrawny looking thing. But I would say it's all about the skin, really. That skin is very nice. It has absorbed and taken on the flavor of whatever marinade it was in. I'm trying to sleuth out, to the best of my ability, what might be in that marinade. It's not spicy. I'm thinking definitely soy sauce, maybe some sort of, tastes like maybe a hint of a 5 spice, but I like it. It pairs well with the fish because the flavor is completely different. It's not spicy, and you're not tasting chili and cumin. You're tasting more subtle flavors, that like soy sauce and, as I said, five spice. I like it. The next dish I got was called braised beef on the menu. Basically, what it amounts to is beef fillet in a mala sauce. A mala sauce meaning a spicy and numbing Sichuan peppercorn sauce. You're supposed to taste the numbing and spicy effect of the Sichuan peppercorns. That's how a good mala preparation would be. Let's see how this one is. That beef definitely is tender. And looks like there's some chives in here maybe? Chinese celery and Napa cabbage. I wanted to get 3 dishes that complemented each other. So this is the wet one, and the other 2 are dry. So they definitely go well together. In terms of the mala flavor, it's not as spicy as I thought it would be. I do smell the Sichuan peppercorn fragrance coming off the entree, the beef and the gravy. But the numbing sensation, I'm not getting a whole lot of that. It's very, very subtle. I would say even minor. So what I'm tasting mostly is a kind of a chili spiciness, which isn't terribly overbearing. A mild Sichuan flavor, and a very mild tingling. I can feel it now on my lips. Very minor tingling. But after having tried everything now, I'd have to say that the fish is the best of the dishes that I ordered. Just tell them I want the fish, the fried fish with the cumin flavor. Tell them that, and then you'll get the right thing. Because I can't really remember. Is it the scallion fried fish or the Sichuan chili fish? I don't know. The first dish I'm going to try is called diced chicken with hot peppers. Let me take a few bites of the chicken before I start talking about it. I think it deserves more than 1 or 2 bites. Okay, first of all, it is remarkably crispy. It's slightly battered, and it's seasoned very well. It has a slightly oily complexion about it, and it's not terribly spicy. And it's supposed to be more of a kind of a mala sensation. That's the calling card here with this dish. I'm trying to decipher whether or not I'm tasting the mala flavor. There's a lot of garlic in here too. I mean, pieces of sliced garlic. I like it a lot actually, but in terms of the heat, in terms of the Sichuan peppercorn flavor, it's not terribly pronounced. So the overall effect is one of eating crispy chicken, which is really satisfying in and of itself. It is very crispy and it is slightly spicy. But in terms of a numbing kind of tingling sensation on my tongue and lips, it's not so much there. What causes that? Are they kind of reluctant to really pull out all the punches in the kitchen in terms of maybe wanting to tame it down a little bit for their clientele? Or is it that the quality of the Sichuan pepper isn't quite there? So yes, that's what the next dish is. On the menu it's called tofu with fish in spicy sauce. And so it's basically the classic mala preparation, the numbing and spicy sauce with the peppercorns, the Sichuan peppercorns. I'm eager to find out just how spicy it is and how numbing it is. Okay, as I'm eating this, it is spicy, but just mildly so. There seems to be a theme developing in this video. Here, let me get a piece of fish. It's the same kind of swai, white filleted fish that I had at the previous place. In fact, that's the fish that you would invariably get at Chinese restaurants that make this tofu and fish dish. So this fish is exceedingly soft and flaky. The flavor is good. I'm not getting a whole lot of numbing, tingling. I'm sure you're all familiar with the popular Sichuan dish, mapo tofu. So this dish is kind of like that, but with the inclusion of fish. The tofu is very soft and silky, just like the fish. I just wish it were more spicy and particularly more numbing in its flavor profile. Well, that wraps up another episode. Thank you for coming along today and experiencing that Sichuan food with me. Please consider subscribing if you like the content of my channel. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time on the next episode. I'll be somewhere in DC, Maryland, or Virginia. Until then, bye-bye.